Hello, my hosts, and welcome to a programming stream. This one's been a while since we've done one of these. It's mostly because I haven't had glasses and couldn't see the actual code I was writing. So, let's see how well this will work now, where I can actually see what I am doing. First things first, is this the... Okay, we can see the code. That is cool. Oops, let's pull in my wings. Right. And if we go like this, let's get rid of that. And we can get rid of this one as well, I think. Okay. Flip over to that. We can actually probably shrink the UI scale. How do I do that? So, tools. See, I can shrink the UI scale because I can see now. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. I have extraordinarily poor eyesight, which means I need powerful glasses to fix it. But unfortunately, has the problem that when I need to get my glasses updated, we have to go to specialist care, and I'm going to have to restart this, so... Okay. Hi, Mr. No Name. Just give me a second while I restart Unity. And... how do we do this? Shrink that back to there. Okay. What's going on with this? This change needs a restart to take effect. That's fine. So, make the change. Auto refresh. Close that. Grab you. Sorry that you can't see what's going on, but I have to just do some things in the background where nobody can see. Right. And oopsie daisy. Oh, I do strange things like that. Let's try to get Unity to run again. Yeah, just have to restart Unity in order to make the changes to the UI, apparently. Huh? Ah. Ew. Now, it looks better. I can show you what's on my screen again. And that's my screen. And now I should be able to run this program. There we go. Are we showing chat? We're not showing chat. Let's show chat as well. There we go. Let's run the program. And there's the chat on the program screen. That's awesome. Can you see this as well? I type. And it will come up. Cool. Let's change the settings. So, owner, we'll say is yellow. And does this come out yellow? It doesn't come out as yellow. Okay. So let's have a look at the settings again. Yellow didn't work. How about red? And I think I'm going to make those things opaque. So this should be red. And I see... Okay, we have some issues. Which means we can do some debugging. Yep, it's not red. So let's first look at the console log. Is there any errors? Before destroy settings. Owner, author foreground. Those aren't being set correctly. Doesn't look like. That is interesting. Let's have a look at the code for the settings page. So let's go settings. That's a script called settings, and I'll have a look at it. So settings data is where the data lives. And that gets set and destroyed. So on start, it reads that file in. I'm not sure if that's working correctly, and logs it. Right. So that's the quitting code. What's this? That's the setting stuff. This is the behavior for the settings panel. So on disable, on enable, it should set those up. And this is the code that does all the work. So that removes the junk from it. So it should go color equals author foreground, and should set the color to the correct thing. So what we should do is we should have this prepare the color in its own little string. So string to display equals, and we'll grab this bit of code here. So X to remove it, V to paste, and we'll do the same thing down here. The reason why we're putting it into a separate variable is basically this will help us debug, because it will allow us to capture the value of this field. So we'll put that like that and continue this operation here. Ah, yes, the whole right-clicking thing. There we go. Being able to screen capture things makes, excuse me, makes a lot of the pointless copyright restrictions very much useless. There we go. I mean, I wouldn't screen capture from an actual artist who's just trying to make their way, but somebody who is sort of like a big commercial company that is just exploiting people, I have no problem with. Okay, I'll see you soon. Text to display. Text to display. There we go. Okay. See you soon. Yeah. It's also good to, when you make stuff for yourself, like my avatar here, I completely made this myself. And okay, you made your PFP. Now, if we go to settings, say red, okay, display in red, please. What happens? What do we see? Should come up on the main screen, display in red, please, without any color. That is not what we want. So we'll pause it temporarily. Let's have a look at the console. And the console, well, the console's displaying everything, but we're not seeing any of the metadata. That's curious. Why aren't we seeing any of the little sort of URL type-ish stuff? Okay, let's stop that. And we'll go back to the code. Got to put before, like that, plus after, like that, just to see if what exactly is happening with this thing. We go back to here. A lot of programming is trial and error and looking at what is going on. So red. Okay. Another meant. I think what is happening is, let's pause this. Okay. For that blank after. Interesting. I am wondering if we're making use of some of his fallback behaviour. Well, author foreground. No, even if it's not set, it should actually come up as white. So I'm going to say chat color author foreground. Copy that. It might be that the chat color isn't being set correctly. So plus chat color author foreground. Let's check that out. Okay, save it again. Flick into Unity and rerun this. Okay, set you to red. I bet it isn't even being set to red. And we see that. Oh, I bet it isn't even set to red. That's not the thing. Ah. That's curious. That's looks like that value is empty. We'll quit out of there. So let's have a look at why it isn't being set. So yeah, yellow is in the... When I'm talking about the colours, I'm talking about the colours in the background one behind me, not the one above me. So, looks like it's not getting the... So it's getting from chat color, get chat color from my chat author details. So my chat comes from chat line, get author color. Let's have a look at that. Get author color is going from settings, and settings is here with settings data. So is that being updated? So if we look at the settings, okay. Well, what we can do is we can manually set that now. Just set that to red inside there, because this way we can eliminate one of the problems. And even like that, I'm pretty sure that the color isn't being changed. Okay, if we go into settings, that doesn't come up either. We can't quit it yet. And when we look at in the logs, there's no indication of color. Right, something is ignoring red there as well. Something ignoring the color settings. Thanks, Noe. Yep. Okay. Yeah. And that is not what we want. So why is it ignoring the settings data? Let's see if the settings data is even being set with another bit of debugging. Copy there. We'll go. Let's put that debugging here just before we actually go. Log, let's say, just log settings. Hold on. I'm wondering if it's looking at the right settings. We'll double check that quite soon. So save that. You load up, you run. And I will look at the logs here. It should be in just after we started. Owner foreground. Oh, of course it is loading up. It wipes over those things. If we look in here, it's like that. How do we switch it off from maximized? Don't think we can. Okay. We'll kill that. Switch off maximize on play and try it again. And yeah, see that color get reset. If we go like that, and if I go hi Snowy, do we get a new color? Nope. Okay, something is very wrong with this, because it's not using those color settings. We might have to set some breakpoints. If I could have any one wish, I think my wish would be that everybody gets the results that are appropriate to their actions. I think I think that would be my wish. That everybody's results end up to be appropriate to their actions. Hold on. Oh. The settings here is a part of the simple scroll and not moved across. Okay. Now, let's have a look in simple scroll instead of settings. And where does simple scroll live? I think in the event system. Standalone input. Main canvas. We can look at the project. Okay. That is a perfectly valid desire, I guess. Not one that I share. It would mean it would, if it was edible, have the downside that. There we are. Simple scroll. Settings. Owner. It would have the downside that it would break thermodynamics for one, because you can't have a perpetual motion machine, which your body would become if what you put out had more energy than what you put in. But who knows? You have a magic wish-giving creature. They might completely ignore thermodynamics. And that fixed the issue with the colour not changing. Right. So what I've got to do now is I think yeah. I happen to agree with Snowy on that one. It would probably give you diabetes more than edible excrement. I dislike the assonance on that one. Definitely dislike the assonance. So, if we go into the settings, here, new settings data, and settings data, we've got to make that it's public. That should be linked to the settings data in my other thing, I think. If S is not equal to nil, what's happening here? If S is not equal to... Okay, if we go into settings, not like that, in here in the inspector, that's a big S. Can't I set that? No, that's a little S. What is going on? What I'm making is, you can see how over here it's currently displaying the chat. That's done through a very hacky means by using a web page to display it. What I want to do is have a Unity program that's running that accesses the YouTube chat API and does all of that directly within that Unity program. So I don't have to go out to an external web browser, which will also have the benefit, since I am rendered using Unity, I can probably put this in as a plugin, and I can also do things like have text integration and chat integration, which isn't quite supported in YouTube as much as it can be. So what is that S there? Is this this S here? Why isn't settings data? Okay. That's a public serializable class. Comes up as something that's directly editable. But what I really want it to be is a pointer to the... Oh! I can only do that if it's a game object. Okay. That's fine. So that means what I've got to do is in start, I'm going to have here public if I die, don't know, die. Who knows, Mr. No Name? Who knows at all? So this will, so here, I think these are in the same namespace. So I can go copy and go into settings here. Just say simple scroll as a variable thing. We go public. We'll call that one scroller. Then copy you. Then at the bottom here, go scroller dot settings equals S. So we'll override the settings with whatever's in the memory. On destroy. That should allow us to load. On destroy, you get set back to S. That's fine. We'll save. Actually, I'm going around this arse backwards. Let's get rid of that there. Save that. I'm wondering if this was... I was in the middle of making a change to this, and I didn't remember that. So rather than settings data, thanks, Noe. Good luck with the rest of your work. So you are going to be called this one settings. So rather than settings data, settings, and because that is a public thing. That should work. And it has a settings data as S. And now when we go that will be S dot owner. Yep, we've already got that. S dot, don't need your help there. S dot, that's fine as well. And S dot. Right. I think that fixes it up. There was something else I got to change. Oh, I got to change the bit where we set the actual values, but we can do that. Compiling scripts. We can play. Oh, hold on. I realized I've made a mistake. So let's have a look at you in, I think it's in the canvas. Nope. It's in text. Yes, it is. Settings. Oh, I haven't compiled something. You're playing Minecraft, Mr. No Name? There we go. I think yeah, gotta save that. Oh, that's that. Why hasn't that reloaded? It's always a pity when you lose a resource. I'm now confused because we've changed the definition of simple scroll. So that should have class settings. That should no longer be like that. Disable, re-enable, run. Ah, there's an error in tiny. Ah, the name scroller does not exist in current context. What's the current context? All compilers. Okay. Get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Save that as well. Let's try this again. We've got some messages. Channel ID. Okay. That's just debugging information. What am I missing? Oh, I haven't plumbed everything together. That's fine. Outline face, simple scroll, settings. So we now plumbed these objects together. So when we go like that, we're not seeing anything. Why aren't we seeing anything? Red. Okay. Ah, we can't quit at the moment. I am wondering if I've run into the problem I often run into. It's... Ah! Damn skeletons. Why aren't I seeing anything now? Can see anything. Okay. Excuse me. I think the problem might be we've run out of API calls maybe. Let's have a look at our logs. No. Author details. That's coming out there. It died from a skelly, but it's no longer being displayed. That is a little bit odd. Probably means that something is going wrong. Well, that is obvious. Unfortunately, I am actually running out of time for this stream. So let's go back to my main room. Thank you everybody for hosting me and keeping me company while I did this programming. I really enjoyed all your test data. We made a tiny bit of progress and fixed some things. And now I know that I can actually do coding again with my fixed classes. So thank you everybody for joining me. If this is your first time, please subscribe. And thank you also if you have been watching in the VODs. I will see you later. Oh, the stream was getting ready to eat my own dog food. It's a programming reference. When you use your own products, that's called eating your own dog food. And since this stream software is for my own use, that's what it's referring to. I will see you later tomorrow when I will be playing some Kerbal Space Program.